I was like, man, I'm going through it, man. I don't know how I'm gonna figure it out. He said, yo, the broker you are, the more money you'll get. I'm like, what do you mean by that? I said, hey man, when you got nothing, you gonna figure it out. Your back is against the wall, and your brain gonna start twitching to other areas that you never thought about. But if you're comfortable, if you're living comfortable, your brain ain't gonna work like that.
Say it again, yep.
So I'm like,
hey, listen, we back again on a special episode of Don't Hate the Player, Learn the Game with my guy, the $17 million man, Chef.
What's good? Appreciate the game guy having me on.
Man, listen, so I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, but let me just tell you people, right? I've been knowing this man for a while now. Every time I get around him, he's showing so much love. He got so many people around. Everybody that I know knows you. Everybody that I know knows you. They say nothing but good things about you. Man, the rich in real life man himself. Introduce yourself to the people.
Appreciate it, man. They call me Chef. A lot of people go by this thing, but I'm just straight Chef because I am the one. You know what I mean? But, I'm just here, man, blessed, and I'm just a hustler, and I just figured it out. That's how I'm here now. That's how I'm able to move around and talk to my boy Goldie, as a entrepreneur, small business owner, and a business coach. And I'm just trying to show people the way, man. I'm trying to show everybody how to be rich in real life.
Man, rich in real life. So listen, man, you've been doing big things. You went viral for making $17 million in 5 years. Yeah. What was that, through the government contracts?
Yeah, so it's crazy. I didn't even know how much money I made. I had something came up and it was like, in the last 5 years, how much you made. I went on the chart. They got a thing called GovTribe, and they track all your government spending, the USA spending, how much money you make. I'm like, man, hold up. My brain created $5 million, in 5 years. I'm like, wow, I'm at 25 right now.
You said 17 million.
It was 17 million
17
in 5 years.
Yeah.
But now I'm at 25. I just looked at the chart the other day, so I'm like 25, 26 million. And, the money just keep coming in. And, of course, I can't spend it all on myself, but because we got to run a business operation.
Right.
But it's just great that my mind is able to develop so much income that I'm responsible for all that income that comes in, and now I'm responsible for people's families and people's livelihood.
Yeah,
I got people that go in every day to clock in and make sure I make the right decisions that they can take care of their family.
Man, so tell me something, right? Because it's all about dropping game to the people. A lot of people, they looking at your situation, they saying, man, he doing this, he doing that, he rich in real life, he got the jury, he got the AP, he's traveling here, he's going here. How do they get to that level, right? What was it that transitioned you from where you were before to get to the level where you making 17 million in 5 years, now 25 million in the last 5 years? One
of the biggest things is I wanted so bad I couldn't sleep, couldn't eat.
Ooh, hey, say it again.
I wanted so bad. It's like, I'm getting up at night, I'm married at the time. I got my laptop up 2 in the morning, waking up at 5 in the morning. I got to get to work in. But it's like breathing. Like I needed it so bad I couldn't breathe or eat, but it's because how bad I needed it.
Listen, I love that you said that because I say this all the time, right? People ask, well, why do I procrastinate or how do I get there? I say you got to have a burning desire. Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. He say the start of anything great got to be a burning desire. These people don't want it bad enough. The reason you procrastinate, the reason you're not doing what you know you should do is because you don't want it bad enough. And everybody I know who really has it, they want it bad. Me, I've been wanting to get rich since I was 12 years old. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's all I think about.
It's crazy because at first I never wanted to be rich, right? And I used to always be like, man, I just want to be. I always say I just want to be able to pay my bills. My biggest thing was like, I just want to be able to pay my bills and live life smooth. I just want to be able to travel and not worried about rent, things like that. Things the struggle I seen coming up that everybody had.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do I live? And I used to see, people 60, 70 years old worried about how they go to pay their rent, living check to check.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to figure out survival. But my hustle started from just, seeing something, I wanted something, and then being in a corner in the wall, so I got to figure it out because if not, I'm going to sink.
Hey, back against the wall.
When you back against the wall, I remember this guy, my mentor, he was the, I got a lot of mentors. They don't know my mentors, but this old Asian guy, man, he used to say, I was like, man, I'm going through it, man. I don't know how I'm going to figure it out. He said, yo, the broker you are, the more money you'll get. I'm like, what do you mean by that? I said, hey, man, when you got nothing, you going to figure it out. Your back is against the wall, and your brain going to start twitching to other areas that you never thought about. But if you're comfortable, if you're living comfortable, your brain ain't going to work like that.
Say it again, yep.
So I'm like, I'm back against the wall. How am I going to do this? How am I going to get that done? I got to figure it out. It's just me. And like, oh, crap. And, and ideas came.
Man, listen, see, everything you saying is everything that I see. I say it all the time, man. I purposely put my back against the wall. I buy shit before I'm really able to afford it. I go get that car, I'll go get that spot, I'll go get that jewelry, because when my back against the wall, it's something wrong with me. I don't work unless I got to, And so anytime I get comfortable, I start chilling. I'm not doing all the calls, I'm not doing all the videos. So I like to put my back against the wall. That's the only thing that make me work.
Yeah, that's a fact. I remember my back was against the wall. One of my first restaurant, it was tough. This thing I didn't know is called slow seasons. So every restaurant and club have a slow season.
Yeah.
And that's usually that's around wintertime.
Yeah.
Right? Because people, they're saving up for Christmas and then after the New Year's. So after Halloween into spring break, it gets really slow.
Yeah.
So now I'm here at the restaurant and I don't know how I'm gonna pay my people. I'm talking about money was tough, it was rough. And I went back to the bank. I'm scratching my head. I said, I need some money.
Yeah.
And I thought about when I first got some money, it was a government contract, and I got out of the government contract. I got a contract to get some money, and I pulled back, and I got caught up in a restaurant. So man, I'm itching my head. Man, I need some money. I go to my laptop, start going back online, and it was a contract that I think I deleted. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. When I looked at it, it was a $500,000 contract in 6 months. 6 months worth of work.
What was it for?
It was feeding kids and troubled teens in North California, Stockton, California.
So you just was able to go online, find out what. See, this is the sauce right here. This is the real game, and we ain't gonna give it all to you for free. But this is the cheat code right here.
Yeah.
And tell me, I heard this about government contracts. The government overpays for everything.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
So when they say the government overpays, it's really the market value. It's like if the government says, "Hey man, I need some microphones. I need somebody to put the bid in for a microphone."
Yeah.
Right. If it's 5 people putting a bid in, one person may be real high, one person may be real low.
Yeah.
And you go with a lower person.
Oh, they always go with the lowest.
Yeah, on product, on certain items, it's called the lowest person. But sometimes they be like, hey, like a service job, we don't want just the lowest. It could be a security guard in front of the buildings.
Yeah.
They may say, I want to make sure they can do it properly. What have you done lately? And what's price. It's a various of things.
Okay.
But
so it doesn't just go based on the price, but quality of service too.
Not all the time. So when you do services, sometimes it's like, the lowest guy gets it. But sometimes it'll be like, hey, I don't want you to mess this $5 million job up. So I got to make sure, what have you done in the past? So they want to see your past performance.
Is it a lot of people bidding for these contract jobs?
That's where I get into, so to overpay.
Yeah.
So if it's only one person bidding it, I'm gonna shoot the highest number.
Yeah.
When I got that contract for $500,000,
Yeah.
I was the only person who bid in that contract, so I got the top number.
Wow. See, man, that's some game right there. Like, you really doing something that people don't know about.
Yeah.
So you teach people how to do this, right? And you show me your numbers. I seen your numbers. Not only do I see your lifestyle, I see your numbers. I see when you went viral from 17 million in 5 years. So you teach people now how to do the government contracts. Tell me this, right? Since you started teaching people to do the government contracts, you don't feel like, well, damn, I'm giving up the game. I might have more competition.
Man, it's too much money out here, man. I can't get it all.
Quick break. Ready to unlock $1 million contracting opportunities? Join the Rich in Real Life Academy 4-day training, happening October 20th to 24th, 5 to 8 p.m. Pacific. This live Power Pack program gives you the tools, strategies, and insider knowledge to take your contracting game to the next level. Learn from experts, master negotiation and contract management, and discover how to find and win lucrative deals on your own. Here's what you'll gain: a step-by-step breakdown of contracting success, proven negotiation and deal closing strategies, financial management and profitability insights, real-world guidance from seasoned pros. Don't wait, spots are limited. Comment RIRL or DM me now, and I'll send you the enrollment link to secure your spot. Let's make you rich in real life.
No, I can't. My brain won't work for it all. It's too much. When I'm showing people my competition in the food service business, they're paying $1 billion to different contractors in just food service, just the area I'm in.
Wow.
But then,
damn, $1 billion.
$1 billion, right? Over, one company is making, $300 million by itself. Wow. In the food service. The crumbs, man, like, I may be doing $6 million a year. That's crumbs.
Yeah.
Compared to what they're giving out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, cool. I'm like, I go hard with this and try to get myself to $35 million a year. But, it's more headache too. But it's so much money out there I can teach anyway.
Yeah, listen.
And I always tell people, man, all you gotta do is you gotta think about one area. It's a contract where, like, you go to the airport.
Yeah.
You go to the airport. You ever see the guys who have the wheelchairs?
Yep.
That's a contract.
Oh, that's a contract.
That's a contract.
So they don't. That's not the airport.
No, nobody. You got to look into the business, right?
Yeah.
If you ran an airport,
Yeah.
would you want to hire everybody for every little thing?
Right. Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna contract the people out to clean the bathrooms. I'm gonna contract the people out to move the wheelchairs.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna worry about all this liability.
Right,
I'm gonna hire a company to do it. Cause now, why I gotta worry about who's coming to work on time?
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
So I'm gonna sub it all. Everything is contracted out.
Wow.
There's so much money out here.
You dropping some game on me. I never really thought about it like that. And like you said, you went in to get that contract and nobody was there to bid. So obviously, just like me, most people don't know about government contracts.
Yeah.
They probably doing work right now that they could get more money if they tried to get a government contract for it.
If you think deep about it, I just told you, my sales was low. So I need to figure out how to get more sales.
Yeah.
The government contract is like, well, I'm a buyer. I'm looking for service. I want to buy services from somebody. So now I secure a 6-month job for $500,000. So now my sales were secure for 6 months.
Yeah. Wow.
And then I'm like, man, now I need to get into 5-year contracts. Like, okay, so now everything I do, I try to do it 5 years at a time.
Man, this seemed like almost the best business. Go and tell me, how much time does it take, or it just all depends on the industry? How much time does this take to get into government contracts? Let's say I come to you, I get in your group. I'm trying to figure out how long is it going to take me to learn the information to get started? I
ain't gonna lie. Like if you want to double down with me, I could have you been in a contract within a week. If you ever have a company that you're doing stuff, if you're a media guy, you're in music, whatever it is, they got contracts for everything. You know, even contracts for picking up mail and dropping it off at the city hall every day.
Wow.
You know, there's contracts and everything. But I could give somebody the game that get you your first contract within a week or two, right?
Wow. Okay.
But it's crazy because, like, I'm really about to change my prices on my courses because right now I'm doing $100 a month subscription. We meet once a week. That's $25 a week. I'm really giving away for free right now.
Yeah, that's really free.
What I mean? It's free because I'm walking. My goal is to walk all my students to $1 million. Using their brain.
Yeah, okay, man. I know that's gonna be huge because I know it's a lot of people out here that never heard of government contracts. You know, they got the people online that do these courses and that courses, but it's all like the same stuff. When it comes to government contracts, I really haven't heard too many people talk about that at all.
Man, they be scared. Man, people are scared what they don't know.
Yeah.
They're like, government contract? I can't do a contract. I was in the military. No, the government's only going to want this because the government only want a minority. The government's only going to want a woman-owned. You got to, people are always doing things they don't know. They don't apply because they don't know.
Yeah.
Right? Like, whenever time I had somebody get a food truck, I want to give me a food truck. It was a food truck pandemic. Everybody wanted a food truck. So I was like, why you getting a food truck, man? You know what they tell me?
What?
Because I'm going to get one. It's cheaper to get my restaurant.
Yeah.
So I said, have you ever did the research on how much it will cost you to have a restaurant? No. You don't even know how much it costs to have a restaurant, but you saying it's cheaper.
Yeah.
So every time you do something, it takes you go on your phone, you draw a piece of paper out, do the research and everything. And then you see where you go execute on.
Man, a lot of people do not do the research. They don't do their homework, and that's why they are where they are. But it seems like, man, you do your homework. You said something the other day. You was like, man, anything I put my mind to, man, I can make it happen.
And it's crazy, man. Like, there's a few things we even talked about. I said, man, I think I'm going to, do A, B, and C. And I'm like, man, I really did it.
Yeah.
I'm like, it was like, really, And even when I was in, New Year's, I was at the Vibes Cartel show, and I just kept hearing the DJ say in real life, I'm like, man, I should make a remix, a reggae version of Rich in Real Life with two hot artists out here.
Yeah.
3 weeks later, we flying to Jamaica shooting a music video, Rich in Real Life reggae.
Man,
like, damn.
It's something Tony Robbins used to always say. He was like, when you have an idea, you need to put some in motion in the next 24 hours. And I recently seen a study. They said when you have an idea to do something and you immediately put it into action, it rewires the neural pathways in your brain to be that type of person. And on the opposite, if you have an idea, don't do it, that wires neural pathways in your brain to be lazy and not follow through. So it's like when you have an idea, you need to always just execute it. Otherwise, you're going to get to never doing what you say you're going to do. And that's most people's problem.
And never trying. I remember I went to this course when I was leaving the military, and this guy said, this guy had an idea that he didn't move on.
Yeah.
He said, oh, man, I want to see if I could, like, turn people's sneakers into roller skatings. Like if they could walk, they just skate. Once
Oh,
in a while.
yeah, I remember
And he never
those.
played on it.
Oh yeah.
Years later, it came out, the wheelies.
Yep.
But he had an idea. He never even tried.
Man, and that's most people. That's most people. I mean, I feel like everybody's had an idea where they was like, oh, that'd be a cool idea. Then you see it out and be like, man, I should have moved on it.
Yeah, I'm always gonna move. That's why I'm always gonna risk myself. And I take 100 losses all the time. But every time I take that one win, that win is crazy.
Hey, man, say that again to these people out here because they see people in your position, 25 million in 5 years, and they be like, well, maybe that's not me. So you saying you take a lot of losses on the way to them wins.
What? Man, I take so many L's. But when I take an L, I'm like, I'll make it back. Because I'm just work harder to make it back. But when I win that win, it's gonna be crazy. Yeah. And I always say, I can't outbeat me because you can't work harder than me.
Yeah, hey man, you be working.
I'm gonna try. It's 24 hours of the day, man. And I'm only live this life once, so I'm gonna get the best I can out of it. And my passion is growth. I love taking something, a seed, and turn to a flower, man. That's just like a passion of mine.
Yeah. So tell me this, right? Because a lot of people go through them down times and take a loss. What do you do in those down times to keep your mind strong, to keep yourself moving forward and not get discouraged?
I always say, man, what's the worst that's gonna happen? I gotta get a job.
You do say that. You do say that.
If I lose it all today, I gotta go get a job. Yeah. And that's not even bad. Yeah. I got a master's degree.
Yeah.
I put the work in when I was younger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I went to college, got a bunch of degrees.
Yeah.
I got experience. If I can still lean back on my brain.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's the motivation.
Hey, but that's real. What's the worst that can happen? Listen, I say that shit all the time. Like, fuck it, I'm going big or I'm gonna go broke. And what happens if I go broke? Shit, I'll get it back. I done been broke before. I say it all the time too. It's like, man, the worst that can happen is I go homeless. And I know myself, I'll never let that happen. So it's like I'm going to do whatever it takes. And maybe I need to be put in a pressure situation for me to work harder because I'm going to make sure, I got a son. I got people who rely on me and my family. So I know, like, there's nothing's going to happen that's going to make me go to that low level. So I ain't really tripping off nothing.
Hell yeah. It's being grateful, man. It's like, man, all my arms and legs is working. You know what I mean? My brain is intact.
Nah, that's real.
And having self-discipline, that's why, I've never done a hard drug, and I tried weed, marijuana, like a handful of time. Off everybody's like, oh man, you scared to take, but anyway, the real bad peer pressure. But I realized, well, in my reality, I see people who, when they have a substance, it slows them down.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm like,
they
man,
gotta do it. Yeah,
yeah. You gotta wake up in the morning and you need that fix. Yeah. So I always say, man, all the people who wake up and get high every day. And hit that lean, before you start your day. You need a swig of liquor before you start your day. Keep doing that, man, because it keeps the world balanced. It keeps the world balanced. I'm gonna keep going on top. And these guys are like zombies, man.
Yeah.
They're walking around like a zombie, just high all the time. What are you talking about? There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Why do you think they want these dispensaries in there? We need to slow y'all down.
Man, I said the same. No, I said the same thing. They legalized marijuana because they want. If I was in control of a population, what would I want? I would want everybody easily controllable, slow, lazy, and moving in slow motion. I don't want a bunch of strong, sharp-minded men out here that could possibly take over and thrive on what I got going on. So yeah, stay asleep, smoke that weed. Like I say it all the time, like. When I stopped smoking weed, my life immediately went up. Yeah. And when I started smoking weed, because I didn't start smoking until I was grown. When I started smoking weed, my life like this, going down.
You're a test because you actually have done it. You've been there.
Man, because I only smoked for like 2 years, but it was bad. I was smoking a pack of backwoods a day. And for those 2 years, it like my life went to a halt. I was always an ambitious person, always working, always grinding. And for those 2 years, my life just no progress at all. Soon as I stopped smoking, everybody like, oh, you holding out? What's the game? What's the sauce? I'm like, I stopped smoking. I stopped smoking. I got my energy back. I got my vitality back. So now that's a good thing.
How'd you get out of it?
Man, I went on a cruise with my family. And, I couldn't take the weed with me. So after that week and a half, by the time I got back, I'm like, I'm not having no cravings. I'm like, cool. I ain't got no cravings. I'm not even going to reintroduce it to myself. Because I knew I would get high. I couldn't even enjoy getting high. I'm sitting getting high, thinking about how me getting high is fucking my life up. I need to quit. Yeah. Couldn't quit. That shit is really a drug. I could not quit. Tried to quit. By the end of the day, I'm smoking again.
Oh man, I feel you, man. And I see that happen. I think you know what? At least you had in your brain like, man, I need to stop. A lot of people walk around with zombies like, listen, it ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
They have every excuse why they need it.
All
why it's
Snoop
good for you.
Dogg smoke. Hey, listen, man. You not Snoop Dogg.
Yeah. Do you know Snoop Dogg personally?
Yeah, right.
How many people tell him what to do, where to be every day?
Nah, exactly. And you just think about it like this. If, let's say, you smoking and I'm smoking. I mean, you're smoking and I'm not smoking. If we're doing any task, man, I'm going to outbeat you.
Oh, yeah.
And I say, man, you got to keep it real with
100%.
yourself. It's some people who are just super high IQ, high level individuals. If you're not that, you don't need to be doing anything to take away your sharpness. And a lot of people is not that sharp. You need all of your brain cells.
Yeah. And, you know, people try to say, well, you drink. I say, you know what? I do. I socially drink. You think if I drink through the day, my employees will respect me?
Right.
I got over 100 people that work for me.
Yeah.
You think they're like, oh,
Like
well,
you coming in, drinking on the job.
We going to call Chef. Oh, man, he's probably drunk. I got to make executive decisions that take care of people.
Yeah.
They're not going to respect me if they call me on Monday at 12 in the afternoon and I'm already lit.
Nah, that's 100%.
Yeah.
So give these people a gem that you would say. So somebody wants to come into your program. What type of people you looking for to come into your program?
Man, really anybody who you know what? Anybody who's lost, anybody. The first easiest person I could show to make a lot of money if somebody with a failing business, because you know how to do it already. You lacking on your sales. The government want to purchase your items. There's somebody out there who want to pay somebody who teach you. If you're a barber, the government is contracting people to do barber schools in certain facilities. You know, it's just so many things out there. But if you're having a business, if you're having trouble with sales, like I did at one time, having a catering business, having a restaurant, trying to figure out how to get more sales in, I'm gonna help you out because the government I'm gonna give you those contracts, and now your sales is complete for 5 years.
Hey,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, man, that's big because you really walking somebody through. Because let's just be honest, most people who would Google government contracts, they not gonna know where to start.
Nah.
It's gonna be so overwhelming. So the fact that you're able to take somebody, walk them through the process, let them know what to look out for, let them know what to do, you're cutting so much time off of somebody who would have had to do it themselves. I mean, it's almost like, man, I know a couple people right now that I'm gonna have to put in tune with you because you're really doing most of the work for them. Mm-hmm. And then once you show them the ropes, they could go do it themselves.
Oh hell yeah! You know it's weird because to me it's just so easy. You know what I mean? But
you've been doing it so long now.
Yeah, I've been doing it so long. But I can show everybody how to make $1 million, man. But or you put the work in to do it because sometimes you might have some sleepless nights. Sometimes you might have something to figure out. You know. But then after you make $1 million, your brain still got to expand. You got to do taxes different now. Yeah. Now you got your ex-girlfriends, your baby, everybody coming to get you. Like, oh, you making that money? You making that real money? You know what I mean? Off of you use your brain. It's like, do you want what comes with it?
Hey,
you get to live free, but do you want what comes with it?
Hey, you know, speak on that, Mr. Rich in real life himself, right? We always talk about it all the time, man. A rich tax. You know, not just from when you going out to businesses and they trying to overcharge you or getting your car done, but the people and the friends who feel like you got it. So it's like, you know, talk about that.
Man, it's cool. Come talk to the game guy itself, man. I still try to figure it out. When you go with everybody looking for you to pay the tab, or you going, everybody want to ride with you, but when you go, it's like you're almost kind of lonely, you know, man. Everybody, you know, the bill could be $500 for dinner. We go bust it down. You'll be like, oh, everybody put in a certain amount. It's $20 short. Ain't nobody trying to put, who's going to take the rest of that tab up, right? You got people who's going to try to, you know, finesse you, get a lawsuit out of you, right? In so many ways. You got people who's going to try to sue you. Yeah. You got your you know, ex-wife after 10 years going to feel like, how can I get his pockets? Because they doing good now.
Yeah.
You got your friends. You got new girlfriends coming. They going to give you their problems the first week of the relationship. Oh, man, you know, I ain't get to work. Rent's due. Things is tough. You know, but I'm asking the game guy himself, when you're in a position of how we are, how do you know who really fucks with you or not?
Man, you know, it's hard. It's hard. I say it all the time, man. Like when it comes to women, I don't ever give a woman too much credit, as harsh as it sounds, because you met me when I had it. Yeah. And you've never been with me when I haven't had it. And I'm not planning to lose it. So how will we ever know? We really don't. I don't care if you could be here 10 years. Yeah. But I've had it for 10 years. Yeah. So how do we know? You don't even know. People do not know until the situation arises. And you know, it's different things you can do. You can act like you don't got it. You can do little tricks and things like that to maybe find out. But for the most part, you don't know. And honestly, she don't know. If you've ever noticed, a lot of times dudes are in relationships or they married, they fall off. All of a sudden, around the same time, the woman isn't happy anymore.
Divorce.
Yeah. I don't know if consciously she feel like I'm leaving because he ain't got no money, or she just loved the lifestyle that he could provide and not really them. See, that's why I tell dudes all the time, when you lead with your money, that's what a woman gonna want from you. She fell in love with your hand. She fell in love with the lifestyle, the trips, the this, the that. And she just attributed to you, so she thinks she's in love with you. But as soon as that stops, she realized, oh, no, I wasn't in love with this man. I was in love with the things he was providing with the money. So it's really hard to do. I mean, how do you go about trying to see who's real and who's rocking with you or not?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't like.
Yeah.
And I probably, messed up. I probably messed up love lives and relationships because I'm over here thinking that I'm like, man, are you trying to get over on me? Or do you really mess with me? Or you trying? And now I'm battling in my head. Does this person really have love for me or not? And that's just something I'm doing. I'm dealing with constantly because everywhere you go, somebody's trying to get over on you.
Yeah.
You go park your car in the valet. I pulled my car up in the valet. I remember in LA, the dude charged me $200. My boy paid $40. I found out he had a Honda Civic.
Man,
he paid $40.
Yep.
But I come out with a Bentley Bottega and you charge me $200, and it's the same work as when you happen. So it's like that rich tech is crazy. It's like everybody trying to grab for you. So you just always on alert. Like who's trying to take advantage of you, who's not.
That's a fact. And I've ruined relationships because I was doing too much, right? And what you don't understand is like when you do something for somebody, eventually they feel like you're supposed to do it. And then when you stop, they feel away. So I've ruined relationships because I'm trying to help somebody too much. And I realized I made them weak on their own. Like had I not done nothing for them, it would have been better because they would have had to become strong themselves like me. Nobody did nothing for me. So it makes, like you said, you back against the wall, makes you think. If somebody's always helping you out of your situation, you never get the back against the wall. You never start to think of those ideas that's going to make you great. And I've ruined people close to me like that. So now I don't really help people like that. I'll help you help yourself, but I'm not just out here handing out things and doing things for people like I used to because I realize it only hurts them. It don't help them. And they going to resent you for it one way or another.
Yeah. You could have did this for me. You could have helped me out. You watched me fall.
Yeah, man, that should be crazy. I'll tell somebody, listen, I will help you help yourself, but I can't just give it to you because if I give it to you today, I'm crippling you and you're going to keep needing it. Then what happens when that's gone, right? You're not going to learn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get a lot. I'm mad at you because you didn't give me opportunity.
Yeah.
I'm talking about in real life, really mad at you because you didn't look out for. I'm like, oh, damn, okay.
So when it comes to the women, right? You said you've been married
twice.
So you've been married 2 times. So you have some experience that these dudes don't. Give them something about what they should watch out for when getting married. Man,
first of all, you got to be realistic. You got to understand, marriage is a benefit of man, right? Marriage is a benefit of man. So get a prenup if you want. If you go through, you want to mess with it. I would say, man, just do the Instagram marriage and say, hey, go get your last name changed at Social Security office. And we don't got to do the paperwork. Or if you really press to do the paperwork because it feels like, do the prenup, right? Have all that laid out for a prenup. And if she don't want to sign it, why? We gonna be together forever, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
It doesn't matter what I put in this prenup. I gotta protect the business. The marriage is the business. You are the business. You need to protect yourself. Cause they gonna come and get at you.
Yeah.
And I always tell somebody, I'm gonna put the worst situation in somebody's head. They're gonna be going crazy. Let it sink in. California and Florida, I got divorced in both states, and they are a no-fault state. This is crazy. I always look at this, right? So if you work, you're 10 hours at work, you come home tired.
Yeah.
You come home to your wife sucking a gardener's dick. I can't be with you no more. You know what's gonna have to happen?
What?
You have to go stay on your homeboy's couch and continue to pay that mortgage. And then you have to pay her spousal support. Oh yeah, you want to take care of that woman for so long? You want to keep saying the judge don't care who cheated or why y'all broke up.
Damn.
They just look at the financial situation and say, oh, she's a stay-at-home wife. You making the money. She's used to a certain lifestyle. You got to keep giving it to her. I don't care if you suck the gardener's dick. You need to pay. You got to pay the cost.
Yeah.
So let that sink. And think about that. Let it sink in.
You about to save somebody right now with
Let that sink in.
You can walk in on your wife sucking the gardener's dick, and they will still say it don't matter. Go stay at somebody's house, keep paying the mortgage, and you got to pay your spousal support and half of everything.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask you an honest question. What is the benefit for a man to get married? Like, if you had to find one reason. It's a hard question, huh?
A benefit, it definitely it will slow you down, and you won't be worried about running around anymore. You know what I mean? So you do have a person. It doesn't have that person, like, it's like having an assistant. It's the business. If you're a hustler, you have an assistant. You have that assistant that's gonna like make sure a lot of little stuff. Sometimes I think big. I need the small stuff taken care of.
Yeah.
I might forget I need to buy new more underwears, and you at the store, you buy me some underwear, right? A lot. It has its perks, and now I'm not worried about what girl I'm trying to hook up with for the weekend, because I'm already settled.
Yeah.
If I go play around one day, it just happened. It happened, but you ain't not really hunting no more. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these guys are hunting.
And that take a lot of time and energy.
And that takes a lot of time and energy.
Yeah,
so
you can't just go find something and hit it and quit it. You got to put the time in.
Yeah.
You got to go to dinner. You got to,
But a wife, it stabilizes you to actually be on your focus and your grind.
Nah, I believe that.
Any relationship,